Hi, YouTube. Geez, okay, now my lighting's a little better. Maybe. I do have another phone charged up in case this one loses it. Um, I might be back or not, depends on. I'm just on to just chat for a while. I am wiped out. I don't know how many hundreds of pounds I shoveled this morning, but I got most of the Mustang shoveled out. I left a little bit for Doug to do, and in front of the truck. So we have the truck's rear end is going out, but it still goes forward. But just in case of an emergency, to have stuff shoveled out. Well, he had to go to town anyway. We're out of stuff like kitty food and milk and whatever. But so I got that done this morning, but it did hurt. I used to be able to shovel quite a bit. Not so much. Well, this was a really heavy snow too. Really heavy. I took my spade out first and chunked a bunch of big, like 3 foot pieces by a couple feet. I'd chunk it out and then pick it up and carry it across the road so I wasn't throwing it in the road. We just got plowed and away from the car so he could drive out. So yeah, he got out. I was happy about that because it's kind of unnerving being stuck in the snow. I mean, it's not so bad if town were close or even neighbors to get to a neighbor's house. It's and then they wouldn't be able to do much better. In fact, as far as being secure, as far as being able to like heat ourselves or have water or that type of thing, we're better off than a lot of our neighbors are, even though they live in the country too. Um, See, one of the things is our well is a lot less, well, theirs are far deeper than ours are, and they need a deep well pump, and ours is a shallow well, and we're able to use even a hand pump, a cistern pump, if need be, if the electric were to go out. But we do have a few generators too, which we can hook up to, like my PT Cruiser. The motor still runs, the gears went out in that, but we're keeping that just to, if we have to, we can set it by the house and run it once a day to do like laundry, take showers, or whatever the case, run the pump, that type of thing. So we're pretty much set as far as all that goes. And people with deep well pumps, um, that's something I was watching Rex Bear from Leak Project. He and Christian, his wife, were looking. I don't know if they're going to buy it, but they found a place that pretty cool little ranch, like about 2 or 2.5 acres, he said, but his well's like 120 feet deep. Um, that might pose a problem if the electrical grid goes down. It's not a guarantee if you're not able to prime it. It takes a lot of water to fill up that pipe to prime your pump when it's that deep. So that's just, I don't know that he'd ever watch me, or, and I was thinking about telling him that, but maybe somebody else will, or maybe I'll take the time and do that sometime for him. So he knows that, because I don't know if he does. But yeah, so I'm a little wiped out and I definitely got my exercises in. We might get interrupted. I don't think so, but maybe. I tried to wait to see if the mail lady would come. I'm expecting a package, couple different things. might show up like a starter for one of our vehicles and another thing. So and and so if I hear her horn beep, I'll just tell you later, and because I got to throw my boots and my coat on. I don't think so. I think I waited that she already has done her deliveries. So yeah. And she's really not a very nice lady, but I'm in such a good mood today, even though I felt like I was gonna have a heart attack. But I was even prepared to be nice to the mail lady. That's what I told Doug this morning. He said a few choice words about her. I'm like, well, I was just gonna try it for a change, you know. Anyway, you never know. I mean, I'm always pleasant, don't get me wrong, but I've never asked her how she is doing, and I was going to because the snow is bad and delivering stuff isn't easy. I've done that in my life, and so, but probably won't make a difference, but you never know. You could actually maybe touch somebody's heart just by trying. So I thought I'd try it. So, yeah. Yeah, yesterday I kept saying Arcadian rhythm for Sarcadium, and I don't know why. I was thinking um like a mix between the Adirondacks and Sarcadia, or what are them things now? I don't. They're like locusts, only they're cicadas. That's what I was thinking. That's a good way to remember that Sarcadian rhythm is um sounds like the Sarcadas. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Maybe that's not even how you say them. The heck with it. You know, today I'm just going to say this. I don't care if anybody learns anything here. I'm just chatting, and if I misspeak or misspell or whatever, just too bad. That's the way it goes today, because just for the couple people that, you know, the voice of not being a phony ass out on this internet is refreshing for some people, you know. So that's who I'm here for. You know, my two fans. No. And it wouldn't matter if there's more, you know, I do know I'm always going to be okay that God takes care of me like that. But it is nice to make your own way in life without having to have that concern, you know. So, but I had a really nice talk. I'll tell you about it in a minute. Not that I'll ever need it, but I had a really nice county worker for Medicare and Medicaid, you know, for like retirement stuff for my medical, call me yesterday. And some of them people aren't very pleasant to talk to, but this lady really was. And, you know, that I could get like free medical rides. She said they even pay if somebody wants to come and help me clean my house. And I told her, you know, not right now, but and I she knows the illnesses I have ongoing and whatever. But I told her maybe in the spring or like during the summer I might have somebody, because my arm is really still messed up. When I came in from shoveling, it was really bad. I might have somebody come and help me do ceilings, walls, and windows type of thing, you know. So, yeah, you never know. I told her, you know, that might be a thing I might want coming up here. And there was something else. Oh, there's different medical supplies if you have medical needs that they send you this book and you can pick like four things out of it, you know, different things that they sell in the pharmacy type of thing. So I'll look at that. You never know. Right now, if there was a brace for my arm, I might use something like that. It can't be copperware though, unless I put it away from my skin. Depends on how allergic I am to something, whether or not I'm going to be using it. So most people don't think it's a big deal being allergic to toilet paper, but it is a very big deal. It's irritating to one of the most sensitive parts of my body, to say the least. So um, I wish, and I know they make hemp toilet paper, and I know it's very expensive, but I don't know. So, what does everybody think about these two banks that have failed? That it is in our Constitution, unless I read something wrong, that promissory notes are legal and we have the right to write up a note for anybody else. We can literally make our own legal tender and use that amongst ourselves. Just like monopoly money, just like the banks do. I mean, there's nothing in the Federal Reserves anyway. And people would probably be surprised at where the actual tangible gold went. You know, there's long stories before that. In fact, I should dig up the actual facts before I speak on that, because I think I know what I'm talking about, but I may not know entirely. And today's one of them days where it's not one of my brainy days because I had a over strenuous situation um, and sort of hurt myself. So when I come in, I sort of just sat there for a while, and I worked up a really good sweat though, so I know that I got my workout for the day. They say, that, or they, experts, I have heard that people, when you get a little bit older, should only do like about 15 minutes at a time anyway. But I had done all of that with my spade and then went back in the shed and got my big shovel and kept going for quite a while. And Doug had stayed up really late. He said he was having fun. Probably, I don't know, um, on these government sites. Like, okay, there was, but anyway, so I went in and told him that I had got that much done to help him out if he can help me out because I needed some stuff. So, but anyway, oh, that's what it's all about. But anyway, he was watching some guy had cornered Nancy Pelosi and tried to um, talk to her, and she didn't want nothing to do with him. And she had ordered her meal, and he waited till she ordered her meal in this place and then asked her why she wasn't in prison yet, or something like, how do you think you're gonna like prison, or because she is treasonous. A lot of these people are. And treason is punishable by death. You know, they evidently don't take our laws in our country very seriously. If they're going to do things to people that can actually and lie and get away with it, yeah, there should be punishment. You know, that's a bit radical, but the law's the law, right? But I would change that one. I would put them on a chain gang. I would chain like her and Hillary and the rest of these Fauci, chain them all together and make them sew clothing like the little children that they use and have used and have scared through the years and decades. Make them do those type of things like sewing clothes or working out in the hot sun, or actually field worker would be good. They should pick berries like raspberries. Oh, that would rip their hands up. They'd never be the same. Just one day of that would make them want to cry. I don't know if you've ever been out in a black field of dirt, and a lot of in Minnesota is really rich soil, and picked berries in the heat. And then if you're a kid like I was until I did it when I was older, but then you eat berries and it's too much sugar and you'll get sick even worse from the heat. But yeah, picking berries is a hard job. Or pulling the tassels off of corn for sweet corn before that's harvested. There's a lot of hard jobs that they should be doing. Farm worker, I think since they all want us to eat bugs and know nothing, I think that a good job for them would be field farm hand worker. Would be really good. Chain them together, maybe till they get out in the field, and if they don't work, they don't eat. I don't care if they can only pick one berry, you know. So they don't care about anybody. That's why, you know. And Doug goes, oh, something like love your enemies. He was talking about Nancy, and I'm like, yeah, I love them, but I'm not gonna like them. You know. I said, well, that's one way of looking at it. I said, yes, it is. You know. And he's like, you're not supposed to wish harm on your enemies. And I said, oh, I said, I only wish for them what they gave to me. So if they think they didn't harm me, then they're all in the clear. It's not a big deal. So that's the way that works. Actually, what you give out, you'll get back 100 times. Or 10, depending whether it's good or bad. From what I understand. I mean, I can't prove anything. I'm just talking. So I'm a little goofy today. I sometimes when I get tired, I do get a little silly. So it's a natural thing. Yes, I lose my composure. You know.